German and Belgian. And her family came over in the 1920s as dreamers from those countries to seek a better life in this country. And my biological father is African American and Nottoway Indian from the mountains of Virginia. And his family came over as slaves, and they were indigenous people of this land. And I was adopted by the Franti family, who were second-generation immigrants from Finland. And their families also came over in the early 1900s as dreamers seeking a better life. And they had 3 kids of their own, and then they adopted myself and another African-American son. My mom taught primary education in the public schools in California for 35 years. And my biological dad was a boxing coach in the Marine Corps. That's about as tough a motherfucker as he can be. And he still drives, he's 95 years old. And my father, who raised me, Charles Franti, grew up in a tiny logging community in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan called Ewan, Michigan. And just to round everything out, I have one sister who's a lesbian and I have one brother who's a police officer. I grew up in this super mixed house, and every day my mom would go to school and she'd teach 30 kids how to read and write and take care of each other. And then she'd come home, first of all, she'd be just through with it at the end of that. She'd be like, I don't want to see any more kids for the rest of the day. And then she'd get home to 5 kids, just tearing the shit out of the whole house, ripping it to shreds. But my mom would get us organized, She would get us organized. One of us would be chopping vegetables, and the other one would be setting the table, and she'd get the whole thing going. And then she would send us out in the street to play. And that was maybe her time to just chill out and just stir the pot a little bit and just have a moment to herself. And she cooked for 7 people every night, so that time for her was precious. And she would tell us every day when we went out into the street, she'd say, it doesn't matter if you are playing with a kid who goes to a different school, or they live in a different neighborhood, or they play on a different soccer team, different baseball team, if they have 2 moms or have 2 dads, they speak a different language at home, if they're new to our neighborhood or new to our country, you're supposed to treat every kid that you meet the way that you expect to be treated, or maybe even a little bit better than the way that you expect to be treated. And my mom's 5 feet tall, and I'm 6'6". Actually, she's like 4'11". Maybe in her church shoes, she's barely 5 feet tall. But she would tell me, if you don't do that, Woody the Spoon is going to come after you. She's tough. And these days,